Today I want to make a quick review of the Ericsson T10s mobile phone. It was released in 2000 or 1999, so it's around about 20 years old now. I want to check if it's still working and if I can still make phone calls with it and how the voice quality of this phone is. It cost me around about 230 euros back then, or 449 Deutschmarks. That was a good old time of the Deutschmark. It is a GSM phone which has dual band and works in 900 and 1800 GSM. So let's see what's in the package. I still have all the old manuals of the phone, and this is the phone. It's in a funky purple, that was its color, and I would say it would be still a cool colorway today because purple is quite trendy now. So it's a purple phone, and yeah, it has a basic keypad with the yes and no key, and here are some knobs to select items in the menu. It has a pretty basic LCD screen, and this is a little antenna which is quite cool. And back here we have the slot for the SIM card and the holder for the battery. This is the battery. It's a NiCad battery. It has 4.8 volts, and yeah, it has 3.6 watt hours. Yeah, it was a pretty budget phone, and at that time we have already seen some phones which were using lithium-ion batteries, which are much better than this kind of battery. So it was a budget phone. So let's put a SIM card in the phone. The SIM card goes in here in this slot, and here is a little knob on the phone, and when you push this knob, the SIM card pops out again. So, but I want to be kept in the phone. Now I put on the battery. It works like this. So now the battery on the phone. On the bottom is the interface. At that time you had the possibility to attach quite a few devices on this phone. Still have here a little prospectus. You could use like a desktop charging station. Of course you had a car charger and a travel charger. You had the battery. You could attach this MC218 fully equipped advanced palm top. Yeah, for sending email, fax, SMS, internet access. I've never tried such a unit. I'm not sure if it worked successful. It must have been a quite rare item. And then you could attach like a connector cable to connect the phone with the PC. You had an infrared modem dongle to connect the phone with a PDA or a laptop. And yeah, of course you could use portable hands-free sets. Yeah, and a car speaker system. And what else could you use? Yeah, you had a kind of a windshield mount, a gooseneck microphone, and yeah, some phone cradle to use the phone and connect the phone with the electric system of the car to charge the phone. And yeah, then could use some kind of bags and cases. Yeah, that was the time of the belt cases and belt holder. Yeah, this time is over, and yeah, So that were the accessories you could use the phone with. I have here the original charger. The charger was quite bulky and heavy. Yeah, this is the charger. That, yeah. Now you can understand why we had at that time travel chargers, because it was a standard charger and was like a brick stone, so it's quite heavy, and it has an output of 6 volts at 700 milliampere, and yeah, it was only fixed to 230 volt AC, so you couldn't use it as a travel charger. If you had to buy an additional charger. That was pretty poor, I would say, and a waste of resources, of course. So what else do I have in the package? I have here, this is a kind of a clip or belt clip, which was, yeah, I have this clip here, so you could attach the phone directly to a belt or something. I never used it. So now let's get to the phone. I already charged the battery and I hope it's still powering up. Yes, there is something going on. It takes quite a time. So it's searching for a network. I hope that it connects. And yes, I have a connection to the network. The first thing I want to do is to change the menu, because the menu is now in German. I want to show you a little bit of the menu, so I changed the menu to English. So now I changed the language of the menu to English, so it's a little bit easier for you to understand, because before it was in German. How do you handle the phone? It's pretty basic. You have here this control button, and if you push this button, you are in the service mode, or in the mode where you can access the menus. So you push the button and then you can cycle with those arrows through the menu. You have your phone book, you have mail, that's obviously for sending SMS, I would say, read messages, send messages. If you make yes, you can dial in a message, and you have here this, it was at that time you had only keypad, and you could, you had to push the button several times, and then you could cycle to the symbols here, and you can, it was pretty tough to write, and I honestly, I barely used cell phones to write SMS or short messages. It was just a mess. So now I have entered hello, and what happens? Enter send message, enter number, and then you had to enter like a phone number, and you could hear something. And sending message, please wait, but failed message. Yeah, that was just for fun. That was not a real message, and okay. So back to the menu, you have phone book, you have short messages, which was called SMS. Then you have tools. When I enter the menu, you have alarm, you had a basic calculator, you had alarm. Yeah, it was basically calculator and alarm, so not much. Calculator is an easy one. This is here. With this buttons you can change the operation. It's like 1 + 1. Oh no. Minus. Oh. It was totally not intuitive to to use. I don't know. Okay. You push yes, and then you are getting the operator, and you can like use 2 and yes again, and now you're getting the result. So it was, you had a calculator. It's for basic operations. Yeah, okay, good. So calculator, alarm, and that was it with the tools. And then you have settings, and then you had vibration, ring types. That could be interesting. Phone low, personal, okay. Oh, this is medium. Oh, that was, oh. And you could also program like your own phone ringtone. Oh, melody. Oh, so yeah, the ringtones at that time were quite loud, and yeah, I would say they were louder than on new phones now. So, but they were frightening and terrible. So I guess this was one of the reasons why. In later times, special ringtones were very popular, where you could download ringtones of popular music and hits. I don't know, it was quite a thing there, ringtones, but I'm not so into it. So let's go to the further settings. So you could clock date, you could, of course, there's a clock in the phone, you can set the date, and key lock was possible. Key sound, you could disable the clicking sound with the keys. You had light and min minder. Okay, min minder, it's like if you are doing calls, and it's at that time it was quite expensive, and you had a reminder that you called for a minute, and you had here a beep tone or something. Call list, call info, answering mode, hands-free type, auto store, phone number, that's the phone number of my phone, and the language. So that are the settings. And what else do you had? Access, networks, divert phone calls, and info, and ring level. Okay, that was a maximum ring level I just used. And special, and what's the special? You can like use service, SMS or news services. And downloads, I'm not sure what downloads is. Chat and dating, what was this? SMS chat, mobile dating. Profile. Now it switches into German. I'm not sure what kind of SMS services were installed on this phone, but you had some extra SMS services. This was pretty much a service where you can get regularly SMSs about certain topics or something. I'm not sure if it's still a thing today, but yeah, that was a time. And here on the side are 2 buttons to control the volume and to cycle to the menu here. Yeah, and here's like a LED. Which signals that the phone is connected to a network, and it's red if the phone is charging. So that's pretty much all about this phone. What I'm now planning to do is I connect the microphone to the speaker here, and make a call with my LG phone, which is a newer one, and try the voice quality of this old phone. I'm quite curious how the quality is. and if it meets still the standards of current phones. I call with this phone a landline phone, and which has a pretty good standard voice quality. So I want to check how was the voice quality back in the time, and is it still up to date or usable. So I now make the call.
I'm now talking via phone line to you, and you can now imagine how was the voice quality back in the time. So this was a quick test of the voice quality, and now I'm going back to the phone.
So now you get an impression how the voice quality of this phone was. It was, I would say, I made a real phone call after that, and it is acceptable. You can make phone calls, and for that time I would say the voice quality was quite good. So this was my little presentation of the Ericsson T10 phone, and maybe I'm going to sell it off on eBay soon. I'm not sure, maybe I post it here under the video. It is in any way a good phone, which is still usable today, and the battery holds the charge well, and so it's an eye catcher, and if you want to have a retro phone and make phone calls with it, that's definitely a cool phone to have. So see you in my next videos, and thanks for watching.